come on in.
Yeah.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we do not have a very lengthy program, but I do want to get through it. First of all, let me introduce myself for those of you who I have not met. My name is Jay Jacobs. I'm the Nassau County Democratic Chairman, and I want to thank all of you.
Hey, Jay Jacobs.
Before I begin, I want to just, I only recognize two people. Others are going to be speaking. I need not recognize them at this moment, but I do want to say a warm hello and have you greet a gentleman who served this county with distinction. Our former county controller, Howard Weitzman, is with us. I would like you also to say hello to a legislator from the North Shore who has done a fabulous job. He was a councilman in North Hempstead, became a county legislator. He has focused on finances. He's been fighting the battle for us every single day in the county legislature. And Wayne Wink is running for county controller. Wayne Wink, let's get that. I would also like to introduce a couple of our vice chairs. We have here Bob McDonald is with us.
Who's Bob?
Bob McDonald.
Yay, Bob McDonald.
We have our other vice chair, Tom Gary, is here. Tom Gary. And we have the mayor of Freeport. Where's Bob Kennedy?
Yeah, Bob Kennedy, Mayor Kennedy.
You know, county chairs tend not to last very long in their job. Among the reasons for that is they forget to name important people. So I just want you to, if I've missed anybody, you have seen the beginning of my end. There you are. And my apologies to those if I have missed you. I want to welcome everyone. And before I introduce our next speaker, someone I think I'm going to be delighted to introduce to you, I want you to know that my job as county chair, by the way, most people don't know, A, that there is a county chair, and B, what a county chair does if they know there's a county chair. My job as county chair is to reach out with our organization and find the best candidates we can find to run for office. And we use as a criteria, number one, can they win? Will they work hard, get the resources, the money and everything together to do the job? Can they campaign strong? And the other thing is very important, if they do get elected, can they serve with distinction and make this party proud? Now, I have to tell you, folks, we've had a rough go here in Nassau County, and you know it. We lost 4 years ago by 386 votes. You think about that. 250,000 people voted for county exec. In 2009, we lost by 386 votes. And to make that more stunning, so you realize that when Tom Suozzi was elected in 2001, we had 350,000 people in Nassau County came out to vote. When we lost in 2009, and we lost, by the way, in one of the toughest Democratic years you can imagine. You remember what happened after President Obama was elected? The economy had tanked. We had all sorts of problems here in Nassau County across the country. Anti-incumbent view, anti-democratic view. And we saw voters from 350,000 in 2001 drop in Nassau County to 250,000. An amazing, amazing retrenchment of vote. And that's what helped us to our defeat. And this county has suffered. And it has suffered badly under Ed Mangano and his Republican team. Now, I got to tell you something. I've got nothing against Republicans. The Republican Party, so I'll tell you, is my second favorite party. I want you to know that I work very well with many Republicans, but this team in particular goes back to the old style of Nassau County Republican machine politics. They take care of their friends. They take care of making sure their people get contracts. That's what goes first. And confidence in government is really not even second. It's third or fourth. It's their friends getting the jobs. That's what happens. And folks, we've seen it in the worst of it. We suffered with Hurricane Sandy. We saw the level of incompetence that went on here and the damage and all the rest. Now, a lot of things aren't anyone's fault in particular. But how you respond to it, I think, is a measure of your competence. And there are a whole host of things we can see in this county. The county has suffered. We can do far better. This has been the county of diminishing expectations. Where we were once the great county, we are now the county that does less and continues to go on asking for less and less. The roads, you take a look at it. Police precincts being closed. Safety, public safety, the rest. We can't take much more of it. So as county chair, my job, my obligation was to lead our team in a search for what we would believe would be the best person we could find to help us win back the county legislature and then, once elected, turn this county around and make it once again the greatest county in the country the way it's supposed to be. And the person we took a look at and we saw as quite obvious was the person who led us before. And I love the statement he ran on in 2001. It is no less apt today than it was then. He can do it because he's done it. And we've seen him do it magnificently for this county when he was our county chairman. Let's remember something. In his 8 years, he borrowed less money than Ed Mangano has done in 3.5 years. County borrowing under Tom Suozzi, let's remember this, was for infrastructure. That means fixing the roads, improving our parks, taking care of our future. Ed Mangano's been borrowing money, double what Tom did, to pay the bills, to make ends meet. Why? So he can go out there with the false statement, we haven't raised your taxes. Baloney. He's taken the assessment of tax certiorari claims, and either he hasn't paid them, or worse yet, he's shoved the cost and obligation down to the villages, the towns, and your schools. They've raised your taxes. He shirked his responsibility. Your taxes go up, but he stands there with the audacity and gall to tell you he didn't raise the taxes. Well, in the meantime, he says that Tom Suozzi left this place in a mess. Tom will speak to that. The bond rating agencies gave him 13 bond rating upgrades, and not for nothing. NYFA never took over under Tom Suozzi, and the day he left, the bond rating agencies said Nassau County, in the worst economic crisis we've had. The crisis started in 2008. In that crisis, Tom Suozzi left us with a stable rating. Tom Suozzi has done a job. He can do it because he's done it. He's the right guy. He will turn this county around. That's going to be our next county executive. Speech, you can go home. So what I'd like to do now is introduce someone that you have not yet met. She's going to be, by the way, our next county clerk. And I have to tell you, before you meet her, she's got a great resume. I'm not going to go through all of it. I'm just going to pick one little piece out because it just struck me. Because if you said to me, Jay, we got a candidate who volunteered and worked directly with Mother Teresa, would you take her? I'd say, that's pretty extraordinary. But you know what? Our candidate for clerk did exactly that. She worked side by side with Mother Teresa. You can't do that. Now, I trust the Republicans will make a negative out of it, but I don't know how. Ladies and gentlemen, please meet the next county clerk of Nassau, Laura Geller.